Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I've got a really exciting video for you. I've got a first impressions of this palette, the LUNAR Beauty Eternal Eclipse palette. Just look at that artwork on that. So if you want to see all about this palette, see me create this look right here, then please keep on watching. Guys, so let's just take you in nice and close to this palette before we do anything else, because isn't it just stunning? It's got the moon on it there, and it's raised up like sort of from the palette. It's hard to show you on camera, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And then there's a mirror in the palette, and then that's the shades. And again, I'll bring them nice and close so that you can see. But you've got an interesting array of colours, because you've got cool tones across the bottom, a row of matte kind of warm tones, transition shades, etc. And then some of these more sort of special glittery kind of shades and topper shades, inner corners, etc. on the top row. And it's just so inspiring. There's so much you can do with this palette, so many different combinations. It's unusual to see this kind of combination, I think, in a palette. So I was really interested to have this one. So I've already done the look, and we'll get away to that in a moment so you can see how I created it. But just wanted to shout out some of the shades in here that you're going to see in action. So I started off with Rose Thorn in my crease, and that just blended so nicely, and it's such a beautiful transition. It's gorgeous. And then I used Earthbender in the outer part to really start to deepen the crease up. And then on my lids today, I've got in with Starry Eyes on the outer part and Deep Sea kind of in the centre. That's this blue that you can see here. And then for a pop of silver in the inner corner, I've gone in with that Adamantium shade, if I'm saying that right. Adamantium. It's hard to say. But it's a silver, glittery kind of flaky shade. It's not pressed glitter. It's one of those, like, you know what I mean if you're into eyeshadow. It's like that flaky sort of formula, but it will kind of become like it will set. It doesn't go like too many glitter particles or whatever. But super, super beautiful, and I think that's really made the look and kind of opened my eyes. I've always liked doing this kind of false inner corner, and it worked perfectly for that. That's as much as I've tried from the palette. And I tried Flare as well, which is this one here, just as a brow bone highlight, and I think that would work well as a face highlight as well. It's super beautiful. So haven't tried them all, but it's the same formula that you've come to know and love from LUNAR Beauty if you've bought palettes from them before. You've got a variety of different textures in there. So you've got super blendable mattes, you've got traditional kind of shimmer shades, and then you've got these more special kind of glittery topper shades in there as well. And if you were wondering, I've got the Strawberry Dream as well. I have most of these palettes apart from the Life's a Drag palette actually. And again, this is kind of the more colourful summery sister to that one. So that was the shades in that one. I'm going to see if I can like hold them up together so that you can see the comparison between the two. I mean, they're nothing like one another. They're like day and night, but I think that was the idea. Okay, so that's the two palettes side by side for comparison. They're nothing like one another, but they're kind of, one's like the summery sister of the other, I would say. So the Eternal Eclipse is dark and moody, whereas the Strawberry Dream is summery and playful. They've both got their indentations in there of the moon though, and the same layout, the 15 shades, etc., and the same moon packaging. So without further ado guys, let's hop into the tutorial so you can see how I created this look, and then I'll catch up with you at the end to wrap up the video and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so we're going to prime with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, as pretty much always. It's one of my favourites, as you guys might know. And I think if I'm trying out a new eyeshadow palette, it's always good to stick to what I know. As you guys might know, I'm not particularly a blue eyeshadow person, but that blue Deep Sea is kind of calling my name. In fact, all of this bottom row, it just looks so beautiful. I think I'm going to go for the traditional kind of warm crease, but with like a blue on the lid. I haven't done anything like that in probably forever, or maybe even never. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start with the shade Rose Thorn in my crease and then probably build it up with some of these deeper colours as well. I want a nice impactful crease, and then as I say, this blue is going to be the star of the show. So I'm dipping it into Rose Thorn and I'm just using that just to give me a base, and already loving how that's looking with my lips today. And my lip colour today is a lip liner by KBD Vegan Beauty. It's the shade Homegirl. I don't know if they make it anymore. I've had it a long time. But it's really, really nice deep colour, and sometimes lip liners are better for me with the whole getting lipstick on the teeth situation because they stay put a lot better. It's such a beautiful tone. As you guys might know, I love a dark lipstick. This Rose Thorn shade is a stunning colour, beautiful transition shade. Really like that. Trying to just drag the shadow out just a little and make sure that it's viewable when my eyes are open. So I'm actually doing the blending while my eyes are open so that I can make sure that I can see that crease, because sometimes I take my crease a bit too low, I think. So doing that, but as I'm already familiar with the formula from LUNAR Beauty, this is no different. It's just so creamy blendable, no fallout, just one of the best formulas out there, in all honesty. Just going to run some of that shade on my lower lash line, but I'm just going to swap to a pencil brush so that it doesn't get too blown out. Rose Thorn shade up just to meet in the corner, so we're sort of beginning to get a bit of a dragged out shape there. Sometimes it's easier to do it from the lower lash line than start on the upper lid to create that kind of winged out shape, but I only want it to be quite soft. I want the crease a bit deeper than that, so I'm going to go in with Earthbender and a smaller brush. This is the E36 from Morphe, and build up the pigment sort of in this outer area. So I'm going a bit more heavy with that, and I'm focusing it, as I say, just in the very outer corner, because I want to make sure that I've got plenty of room for the shimmers because they look gorgeous. So as I say, just focusing that in that very outer corner and just bringing it through into my crease. Again, that's a beautiful colour. It's just a deeper version of the colour we started with, really, so it goes really well with it. Got some of the shadow on my lid, but we're going to be covering that, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to make sure I get a nice deep, as I say, dramatic outer corner. And then I'm just going to bring that onto my lower lash line, but just more so just in the part here, just where it meets up. And that's looking beautiful already, and it's almost like you wouldn't need to do anything else. You could almost just put a lighter matte on the lid, and that would be a very nice smoky and easy to achieve look. I'm just going to go back in with the original blending brush just to make sure I've got everything seamless. I'm going to go in with my brow bone highlight next, and I'm going to use the shade Flare for that. That's really pretty. Perfect brow bone highlight. Perfect amount of shimmer without being too much. Reminds me of one from Makeup Geek, and I can't remember the name of it. But there was this kind of a shade and I used to love it. The inner part of my lower lash line here, I'm going to go in with the shade Lagoon. I'm just going to bring that down just a little. Give me that false kind of inner corner. And I'm going in with NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to put that over my lid pretty much front to back, but not in a cut crease style, just kind of randomly placed. going to go in with Starry Eyed next on this outer part here, and then Deep Sea on the remainder of the lid. I expected this shade to have some fallout because it's such a glittery looking shade, but so far so good. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. You don't often find like a black or a grey shimmer in a palette, and that's another thing that really attracted me to this. I think it would be great all over the lid as a grey smoky eye. Kind of meets as it goes up into the crease. I'm just making sure that I blend that there. And I'm using the Linda Hallberg 303 because it's great for that purpose. It's good for packing and kind of detailed blending as well. And as I say, then we're going in with Deep Sea. I'm going to rock my head back a bit with that to make sure I get it properly into the crease. I'm taking it over the majority of the lid, but I am leaving a little bit of a space there, the very front part. And then just where we're meeting with that starry eyed shade, I'm just going to make sure that we kind of mesh those together. And then back in with my Linda Hallberg brush just to bring that shadow up into my crease a little bit to blend it. And I'm going to take the silver in the palette, Adamantium, and that's going in the inner part here and the kind of false corner we've created. That's one of those quite flaky sort of shades, so I'm going to spray it. That silver is so pretty. Just swap into a pencil brush to get into this lower part here. Okay guys, just going to hop off camera for the finishing touches and I'll be back to show you the finished look and to wrap up the video. Okay, so this is the finished look. I used Lethal Cosmetics gel liner in the shade Analog in my waterline just to echo a bit of that blue but kind of brighten everything up as well. I think it worked really well for that. And then, as I say, my lipstick is a lip liner actually all over my lips from KBD Vegan Beauty in the shade Homegirl. So what did you think? I hope you liked the look. I had so much fun playing with this palette and I'm so inspired by it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Manny's done such a great job, as he always does, in kind of creating the colours together and just making a theme and just running with it and just making something truly beautiful that just excites me as a makeup wearer, makeup collector, somebody that just is obsessed with makeup. Is the sort of brand that when I see something dropping from him, I just want it. So I know a lot of you feel the same about his brand, so hope this has been helpful for you in seeing what the palette's all about. I've not seen too many videos on this, so hopefully it's gone up with plenty of time to help you make your decision. It's available on Beauty Bay, and that's where I got mine, and they do ship with next day delivery in the UK, which is how I've got it so quickly. So as I say, I'll link that below if you want to see where you can shop the palette. I know you can get it directly on LUNAR Beauty's website, and he's also got international retailers, like I know Boozy Shop have it as well in the Netherlands. Not quite sure where else, but I'll try and do a bit of research and drop some links for you if you're interested to purchase. But thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing and also hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of my future uploads, because I'm going to be doing lots of Christmas content. I'm going to be uploading every odd day in December, so 1st, 3rd, 5th, etc., all the way through the month. So if you want to see lots more fun content from me, not just tutorials but lots of makeup related content, then I'd love to have you along for that. But other than that guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.